Ooh, it's a burr day today. Thanksgiving Day today, guys. Gonna bring you along for some work. Some of you will remember this as the saw that tried to kill me. This is the cheapest chainsaw on Amazon. Let's get it out there. And I figured out what happened. So, two things. This thing wouldn't fire up at the end of the video because I had put the primer bulb in backwards to what it should have been. The reason I put the primer bulb in at all is because it exploded out and tried to cover me with gasoline. Now, I figured out what happened there. This is a result of my big meat hooks here, I guess. I got long fingers, and when I reach down and grab this thing, if you choke up on the handle at all, you're going to grab around the primer like I did. And in thick work gloves, I didn't even feel it. And what happens, you just pull up on this and it just pops out. This is just plastic tabs that hold it in place. So we're going to come up with a better solution and give this thing a run today as well. So yeah, we'll see if we can fix it. And yeah, see how it goes.
Big thanks to PCBWay for sponsoring this episode and making quality PCBs available at reasonable prices. Make sure you check them out for your next electronics project. As well, check out their advanced PCB services for more industrial or high precision uses. Check out their shared projects page as well, where you can share your project and earn 10% commission on your first one.
Okay, went to TSC store, found a few different things. I think these clamps right here, if I trim that off, I can make a nifty little protector to stop my finger from being able to grab that. It's got some kind of coating, a rubberized coating on there, so I have to get it off. Or another option, I grabbed this from Dollar Store just because this tubing looks pretty close to being the right size. I had a hard time just finding steel tube. Yeah, it's a little on the small side, but it's so thin we could stretch it out. In fact, I think I'm going to use that and then just split the tube and then spread it. And then we'll make a flat bracket and weld it to the bottom, and then we can mount it. Yeah, I think that'll work. Let's give it a go. Let's see, I've used this one years and years. Work? Well, it seems to work. Let's go. Go. Now, we spread that out. Should work. And we'll just take something like so. Make it a little bit more oval. Test it. Other end, wider end. Yes. Yes, that'll do. Now, you need a bracket. You just need a small piece of steel to mount it to. And we'll shorten this up a little bit. And this should work. Kind of, sort of. If I don't pull it out. There. Yeah. finally get to use this welding cart. I think we'll use my wire welder today, and should be good to go. I think we could have plasma cut that bracket too, but it's just as easy to just use a cut-off wheel. It's so small. It's not exactly a big thing. Okay. Power. Closer. I'm going to need a few tacks on here, so what I think I will do something like so. Set that in all the way. Then we'll just tack it. Yeah, we'll do something like that. Let's see. If we don't knock everything flying, which is always a distinct possibility too, should just use the vise, but the vise isn't mounted yet. It's on my get around to it list. Those welding gloves suck. Try. These should be good enough. We only need a few tacks. Let's see. Yes. Alright, let's see. Looks like hell, but I think it'll work. Okie dokie, let's see what we got. Just with a little grinding, this is what we end up with. So I feathered the edges a little bit, so should fit pretty good. The weld took really well, considering that's just flux core wire. That's non-gas shielded, so it's not true MIG. But for the cheapest welder on Amazon, damn, it works good. So check that out. That is what we're left with. Now, I've purposely made it wider on the outside than the in. That way I can get my finger in there a little easier to give it primes. And that's the side that my finger is going to wrap around when I pick up the saw. So all we got to do is punch a hole in here. There's nothing behind here except the fuel lines. And we'll put one screw down through it into the case. And that'll be a permanent fixture. That doesn't pivot, that doesn't move. It's right tight to the case, but I can still operate the primer. There you go, Remington. This is what you should have done from factory. Something like that would have, well, potentially saved somebody getting burned. But what I'll do is I'll punch that hole and then we'll paint it up and set it on there. Maybe just give it some black primer or whatever. Yeah, this should work. And in the meantime, I think we'll test out this saw and make sure we don't have any other problems with it. There. Now I got one stubby little sucker here that'll fit right through there. That should do the trick. Yes, yes. Perfect. Before I forget, I'll link this welder down below because I haven't done a review on it. You guys saw an unboxing a while ago. This is the cheapest MIG welder, well, wire welder on Amazon that I could find, along with the cheapest arc welder and one of the cheapest plasma cutters. But that thing did the job today. I'm quite happy with that. That's plenty good enough for my uses. So on and upward. Alrighty, here we go. That's painted up, not bad. Hey, that'll do. That's a functional part. It's not the absolute prettiest. I could take some time and make it prettier, but this thing's on a chainsaw. It's gonna get it's gonna get worked out in the field. So there we go. It snaps right into place. I'm gonna go ahead and put this screw in the bottom of it. There we go. That's in place. Look at that. No more. Now I can pick that whole saw up with that little bracket. I may give it a little bit more trim paint because that screw I had to use was rusty, but I can still get in there, activate my primer perfectly. A little bit of bar leakage. So overall, this saw, as you saw it outside, I'm not overly impressed with the performance. I know it's quite rich, so I think we can lean it out a little bit, but it's not the most powerful saw, but it's good enough for lemon. I'm gonna give that chain a dress up too, but yeah, there we go. I still am not gonna upgrade this to go buy it because, well, quite simply, that safety issue. Who's gonna take the time to do what I just did? But if you need to, well, there you go. That's how to fix your Remington chainsaw so that it doesn't pop the primer bulb out and cover you with gasoline anymore. Cheers, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Got to use the welder, got to fix some things. Throw a thumbs up if you like these kind of videos or if you like what I do here in general. I love hanging out with you guys. Cheers. I just realized when I closed that primer had pushed out a little bit, but I just shoved it back in there, so everything is hunky-dory now. Almost looks like a factory piece, so pretty happy with that. Now my big fingers, yeah, no more problem. So happy saw.